Hello everyone, welcome again in Eng-Man YouTube channel. So in this video, we will continue our new episode for 5 things you need to know in petroleum engineering. And today's topic is actually about acidizing or matrix acidizing. Okay, so shall we start? The first thing is this one. All right, let me change my pointer to pen. Okay, corrosion inhibitors and clay stabilizers are potentially oil wetting surfactants. So do not overuse them as additives. Okay, so it is very important. You need to take note of this. Okay, the next one. Okay, acid, especially spent HF or fluoric acid, shall be produced back immediately or as soon as possible. So if you perform matrix acidizing, sandstone acidizing, or matte acidizing, you need to or you must produce back your acid after you do the matrix acidizing. Okay, if immediate turnaround cannot be accomplished, then acid should be kept moving and a healthy overflush should be employed. Okay, because yeah, if you let the acid stay around the perforation, around the sand face, it will result in formation damage because the precipitation resulting from the reaction. Okay, so again, acid, especially spent HF, fluoric acid, should be produced back out immediately or as soon as possible after you perform the acidizing. If immediate turnaround cannot be accomplished, then acid should be keep moving and a healthy overflush should be employed. So if you cannot produce back the acid, you need to perform overflush, but make sure it is a healthy overflush. Okay? All right. The third one is this one. All right. Shut-in period after acidizing should be limited to 2 to 8 hours to avoid reprecipitation and formation damage. Again, shut-in period after acidizing should be limited to 2 to 8 hours to avoid reprecipitation and formation damage. So if the shut-in period is too long, there is a risk of reprecipitation that will result in further formation damage. The fourth is this one. All right. Many poorly producing wells are not viable acidizing candidates. Conversely, many relatively prolific producers are the very best acidizing candidates. Okay, so if you want to perform or if you want to do candidate selection for acidizing, be careful. Many poorly producing wells are not viable as a candidate. Okay. Conversely, many relatively prolific producers are the very best acidizing candidates. So if you have wells with low permeability, be careful. There is a possibility that the wells with low permeability is actually not very good candidate for acidizing. After you acidize the well, maybe you will not get the productivity index that you expect. But if you have wells with high permeability, but there is formation damage, there is positive skin factor. Again, if it has high permeability, then there is a high chance that you will have good production, good influx, good productivity after you perform the matrix acidizing on that well. Okay, and the last one, all right. In carbonate matrix acidizing, higher rather than lower treatment injection rates are preferable. Some degree of retardation is desired rather than none or too much. Okay, again, if you perform carbonate matrix acidizing, if you perform matrix acidizing in carbonate formation, then higher injection rate is more preferable than low injection rate. Okay, and some degree of retardation. So you need to maybe use retarded acid. It can be good. It can be it can be a good acid to be used. So some degree of retardation is desired rather than none or too much. So if you use acid that is too strong, you need to retard the acid. Okay, you need to retard the reaction so that it will not result in phase dissolution. So if you use some degree of retardation, sufficient degree of retardation, you will increase the chance to have a deep, a long wormhole for your well, which is good, which will result in high productivity index. Okay, so that's all. That's five for me. That's five from me. Did you know those five things before? So see you again on the next episode of five things you need to know in petroleum engineering. All right. Thank you.